You think only celebs sell their souls? Nah, mate, you did, my friend. You signed up for 30 years of debt for a house that you could barely afford, but, you want to prove that you've made it in a country where prices are strategically set to keep you stuck. Boy, better know, they're not building those 1.5 million homes anytime soon, that's for sure. I wouldn't put my savings on that one. But, you wake up, you drag yourself to a job you hate, by the way, and you're probably there now, nothing wrong with that, still being an upright citizen, supporting the system, that's fine. But, you're just there just to keep the payments going, really. And those dreams that you had of doing whatever you want to do in this life, they're fading very quietly in the background. So, technically you have sold out. But the worst part is that no one is actually paying attention. By the way, you can flip the script and change things in your life. You do have the power to do that. But you don't even find it funny how interest rates can spike overnight, but wages don't. So they've got you by the short and curlies, and they've even sold you this idea of home ownership like it's a status symbol. Now, bearing in mind, with prices so high, I would say it's just another way for banks to store your savings in assets to line their pockets. But don't you find it funny how public schools do not teach you financial literacy? Do you think that's for a reason? Because how many of you would actually store your money in a bank if you knew how to get a better return on it? You tell me. Now, imagine if more people knew how to flip property. It's a shameless plug, by the way, but you can check my profile if you are curious. But don't believe me. Look, you bought into a slow death of installments, but you're still happy, possibly. But don't think it's the be-all and end-all. There's other ways to flip the script and get more for your money elsewhere. England is not all it, mate. Yeah, even if you're in Scotland, the Highlands, whatever. It's just my 2 pence. Enjoy your day.